Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Gunpowder Banter. And as always, joining me are my three fellow diehard Gunner fans. Femi, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
And we got Diesel, Mr. Namdi,
Hi, everyone. It's been a while.
and it has been a while indeed. Thanks for calling us out. And we got Oshoke.
Hey everyone, my bad.
Our bad on behalf of all of us. But hey, we'll never leave you guys hanging. We're here again to bring you some more sights and sounds and discussions from our WhatsApp group. We'll start by talking a little bit about the game from last week with Fulham, and we'll jump right into the Atletico game. So set piece FC Ole Ole strikes again, right, at Fulham. Uh, uh, what were your take? And I'll start with you, Nam. Just what was your take on the game overall, as in terms of the approach? I mean, we went to Kremen Cottage, right, and we know how tough that place is to be. And even though it's what we call the Arsenal's Team B, with all the former Arsenal players that are playing there, Smith Rowe, Iwobi, um,
Arsenal light.
Yeah.
Arsenal lights, yeah. What did you expect? Did you expect us to go out there and smash them out of the park, or was 1-0 enough for you to feel like we'll win the league this year?
Dude, at this point, I don't care how we win as long as we win. Like,
Hmm.
we could be scoring goals off our backsides, and I'll be fine with that. As long as we keep winning. I mean, the
Hmm.
thing is, Fulham is always going to be a tough game. They have a lot to play for as far as like motivation, just because we have a bunch of Arsenal quote unquote rejects that play for them.
Ah, you call Smith
And
Rowe a reject? Ah, God forbid,
yes,
oh, God
if
What do you
you
mean?
forbid,
How do
bro,
you even
if they
mean
were
bro,
reject?
if they were
see
good enough,
fire.
if they were good enough, they would still be playing for us. And that's the truth of the matter. If they were good enough,
Yeah.
it will be. If I mean I'm thankful that we actually sold them. At least we got the profit for most of them. I mean, but like I said, they have enough motivation. They have enough things to prove. So I always knew it was going to be a tough game. And the team, I mean, Fulham, for some reason, they raised their game against us. And they're pretty solid. Um, very compact when it comes to defending, and they actually try to play anytime they play us. So it's a tough place to go to, and I'm just happy that we kind of rectified some wrongs because it's been a while since we've won there. So I was very happy that we came there and were able to put them to the sword. I mean, we stopped them from playing. And that's one thing I like about this team. Like, dude, we are very, very dogged when it comes to defending from the front to the back to the middle.
Mhm.
And the fact that we limited them, I don't think they had a shot on goal, if I remember
Nope.
correctly.
No,
Zero
they didn't.
Yeah,
actually.
so
Yeah.
he had a lot of possession early on in the game, and still, I mean, I didn't feel uncomfortable because we're so good at defending. Like, I'm just like, yeah, do whatever you can. Your initial gra, after a while, you go tire, and we will take over from there and punish you when we can. And the fact that we have our set piece in our arsenal, no pun intended, there's always a chance. That's the thing about this team. Like Femi was talking about earlier, he has started to believe. I have started to believe too. I believe this might be our year. I hate to sound. I mean, I know we've been burned lately in the past couple of years, but this year I feel like there's something different about this team that you know they just seem laser focused. And they're so competent defending leads, and they're fine with that. You can press us. It doesn't matter as long as that defense holds. We always have a chance. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I
yeah,
Once
feel
good
like this is
point.
the 1 year.
And
This is the 1 year that.
once we
Oh God.
go, this team is kind of giving me shades of that Mourinho,
That
2005,
Chelsea.
2000,
Yep, yep,
yeah,
yep, yep.
2016. Yeah,
Hmm.
like once they score you, is a wrap.
Yeah, a good point. And this is kind of we're probably gonna hit on this here in a little bit. Talk about Arteta's approach to in setting up his teams and his approach to winning. But Oshoke, do you see that? I know what is the stat right now? We've gone. Let's forget about yesterday Atletico
Mm-hmm.
game. At that time, eight games, 0 goals conceded, and I forget how many games we've gone with 0 shots conceded. I mean, using that as a blueprint for
Mm-hmm.
Arteta. But let's look at the other side of the field as well. Do you, number one, did you anticipate that Trossard was going to start the game over Martinelli? And two, were all that huffing and puffing and defensive finesse and greatness that we have, it's still lack of goals. We're not very prolific in terms of number of goals considered for a team that plays as good as we do.
I think there's a lot of focus on defense right now. It's a heavy focus. Ateta only wants players who can, even forward players who can track back. So I think that is key for the way he wants to play. That's one. Trossard starting, I think he's for now he's Ateta's favored left winger for now. And I think that is just maybe he's starting to realize that Martinelli is better coming in the second half. Maybe, when everybody is tired and he can run ragged around people. Maybe
Right.
that's what it is. But it just kind of feels like he has decided that Trossard is a better option to start, even though we know Martinelli is probably better defensively.
I think you should remind Martinelli that if you tell Martinelli that the Premier League
It's
is
a
Champions
Champions
League,
League game.
he'll play better. That's what it comes down to now.
We need to employ somebody who will just be spying his ear every game. Oh, it's a Champions League game. Before we start. Yeah. But and Femi, coming over to you as well. But before you talk about this whole goal goal food drought, because we are scoring goals, the whole idea of this set piece thing, because now we seem to be leading. Do you feel like, because when you read the press, I see a lot of comments out there, people are attacking us for being set piece FC. At the end of the day, isn't it just one other way to win a game?
Like, who
If you're
cares?
if you're playing the ball into the net or you're heading the goal in, what's the difference? A win is a win, right?
Right.
It's not like we're playing badly either.
Right. The criticism of set piece FC is they don't see it as deliberate, like something in the game plan that you a team should build an identity off of. And I think that's where people are missing the point entirely, right? It's one way to get in there. The reason why we're a set piece FC is because we consistently, against anybody who we're playing, win more corners against them all the time. And the reason why we win those corners is because we have superb wing play. We're always going to get the ball into the box. You're always going to force the opposition to defend. They're going to give up corners. And when those things happen, we can't just throw those corners away and be like, we're not going to do anything with them. The reason why we got those corners is because of our attacking plays, because of the way we're going forward, right? So it makes perfect sense, right?
Mhm.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's part of the game. I love it. And like Namdi was saying earlier, we're watching that. I'm watching that game on Saturday. And I'm like, yeah, Fulham is playing, but we're defending. Everything feels okay, right? I can see other games in which I would have been, something would have been my mind would have been palpitating or whatever, but everything felt under control. No shots on target in the game. And it's just a point of, and in my mind, I could already see it. And I already said, there's those games where it's happening, where pressing, but we're not scoring. And then you feel like, oh, this is one of those 0-0 games. It did not feel like that against Fulham at all. It was just kind of like, it's a matter of time until we score. They're not going to score. And all we need is one. And that's really what it is. And that's what is kind of getting me into that belief that feels like what the plan is, right? Is don't let the opposition score, stay in the game, control, push, press, prod, however it is, get corners, get free kicks, whatever the case may be, find a way to get one in, just one in, and one is going to be enough to win. and because if the defense is holding steady, and once you do that, then everything works out. Super happy with that. Like, so it makes sense. There's nothing to be and having those set pieces in the arsenal, no pun intended. Having those set pieces in the arsenal is just one way to make sure that we have multiple different ways to get that one goal that we need in order to win the game.
Yeah,
Why not?
I think
But do you
the
think
the issue was when we were playing, last season, and it didn't seem like we had any other way of winning the games. That's why I was like, ah, man, this set piece, man. Because then teams now kind of figured out how to stop us from playing, how to stop us
Right.
from scoring the set pieces. So when that dried up, it seemed like we were devoid of ideas, of how to score them. So that's where we as fans were like, what's going on? Arteta, does he know
If
what he's
there's
doing?
no
If there's no set piece, then how do we score? But now it seems like there is a deliberate plan in our attacking play. How do we open up defenses and all that? We have that. So I'm okay with this right now. Last season I wasn't. I was like 50-50 on the set pieces. I was happy it was happening, but when it dried up, I was like, okay, we did not seem like we were doing the whole sideways horseshoe of death type of attacking play.
the flip side of that is, and the very, very important flip side of that is that teams were scoring against us.
Yeah, that's true.
And so we started to panic.
That's
right?
true.
If the defense stays solid and we feel solid in defense, right? Whether it happens in the 35th minute or it happens in the 64th minute or in the 85th minute, if we're able to get that one goal, it'll be in. And we have that confidence that we can keep pushing forward. Again, this is a team that's very confidence-based. We know this, right? The game plan clearly from Arteta is let's not get behind, right? And once we get behind, then it changes everything, right? It's a huge problem. That was the problem in the City game.
Yep.
And
the Newcastle
it changed
game.
And the Newcastle game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It changes everything in terms of how we play. We were getting behind last season, and then we weren't able to come back in. The goal right now is don't get behind, and there is a significant focus on that, and that's what we're kind of latching on to more than anything else. One more thing before I get off this. I remember when we started playing Horseshoe of Death, Haram Ball, whatever you want to call it. Not last season, the season before that. And you guys I would always complain about it because I want to see attacking football. Like, let's play real attacking football. And you guys will always tell me it's about control, right? And I remember Dizzle's famous quote is only control when they are not scoring against you. They are not scoring. They are not scoring against us this season. That's the difference. Last season they were scoring against us, which is to say, I'm okay with this as long as the defense continues to hold, right? If we somehow lose that defensive solidity, some couple of injuries, knock on wood, during Timber stays fit, because I think he's the key to everything, to be honest with you. If Timber stays fit,
No, Merino.
This guy, you want to start trouble for here.
Don't start fights.
Yeah, if Timber stays fit, honestly, I'm even okay with losing one of well, I shouldn't say with my mouth injury to our player. I take back what I said. It didn't happen.
Take it back, take it back. Sharp.
Delete this part from the podcast, case you're big. I don't want to put it out.
No,
into the
we'll keep it there.
The point I'm trying to make is if the defense, if we stay fit, I mean, no shots on goal in multiple games against different calibers, different team calibers is not a coincidence. That's deliberate.
No, that's by design, yeah.
Yes. It's by design, and it's team defending too, right?
Yeah.
It's not just the back. It's not just
that's midfield right there.
Yeah, it's not just the back four. It's not just the back four. It's all the way from the front.
Yeah.
Saka striking back Martinelli's running back all the time. Even Trossard right now is tracking back and doing the job, kind of as the winger, right? So it's team defense. Everybody staying behind the ball, focused on defending. We go forward, we score. If we stay fit, I don't think there's anybody that can stop us.
It's also Merino not starting.
When I really want to fight for here. So from a tactical analysis, right? I mean, you got to give it to Arteta. I don't have FIFA badge, but when you listen to people that have FIFA badges talk, and when you listen to the players, who was it that spoke yesterday about Arteta being? Was it Merino during the press conference before the Atletico game about
Yeah,
Arteta
Marino.
being the best coach that he has seen? At the end of the day, you want to pep up your manager so that you will not sit on the bench. But there's also when a lot of people say it, then you start to think about, okay, what is it that I'm not seeing, or what is it that I'm seeing but I'm choosing to disregard. I said this to you, Femi, before, where you have the club game, like let's just go out and attack the heck out of these guys. Long balls, FC. Get the ball, kick it to Salah, he will run and he will score, just like they scored yesterday, Champions League. Or you talk about not Postecoglou, who's the former guy from Leeds who got sacked, Bielsa, right?
Yeah,
You look at
so
their blueprints, right? Let's go, let's attack. Don't you think Arteta sat down in the dark room, thought about how do we win the league? And his response was, let's not concede, because well, Arsenal is really such a good team. You go to places that are scared of you, they're gonna sit back. Worst of all, if they score first, it would even be worse. Like you said, Femi, and we're never gonna unlock them. So why not hold back, right? Hit them, whether it's on the corner, on a free kick, or it's something, and then now the game opens up. Now you can actually play your game, because he praises Gyökeres a lot. He says Gyökeres is a great runner. It's part of that whole where we're defending as a unit because he chases the ball down. Even though his first touch is not great. You talk about he's not playing Waneri because he's not a presser. So there's that whole team effect. So the
Did you
whole
see Waneri
mentality,
pressing yesterday?
yeah, he's getting better. Maybe that's why he came in.
yeah.
But so what is your take about Arteta? And then the second part about that question, this is for you now because I know how much you love Diego Simeone. This is let me read the stat for you. You have said this on the group chat. Don't be making your eyes one way. You said
There's
well,
receipts.
when we asked about who should replace Arteta on the group chat, you said Diego Simeone. It was you, I remember. So
Yeah.
I now can't find the stat, but this is Diego Simeone has lost 3 times 4-0. That's his biggest defeat in his career as Atletico manager, and one of them is to Arteta. So if you had to pick a manager now, who would you go for? And what is your analysis on Arteta's tactics? This whole defense first. Namdi.
Well, I would say right now, right now, based on the teams that we have, I wouldn't take anybody over Arteta. Based on how we're playing, based on
I'm sorry, you broke up. Say that one more time.
let's put it this way: he has not won anything, right? So I would reserve judgment until the end of the season. Now,
But this team is his DNA.
No, this team is
Mhm.
definitely his DNA. So
Yeah.
if at the end of the day he doesn't win anything, then we can have this conversation later on and then talk about who we think is the next person to take over. But
I disagree. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but as it stands now, I don't think. I mean, in world football right now, it's kind of hard to make an argument for anybody over Arteta. Right now, I can't really make that argument for anybody right now. I mean, we can go based on trophy wins and all that and say that, but as for current form, there are not that many teams that are doing what we are doing. So why would I take somebody over him at this moment in time? Now, if he doesn't win at the end of the season, then I would now say, okay, maybe we might have to look somewhere else. But I highly doubt. I mean, I don't really think. I don't think that's a problem right now. Now, Simone, I think he's having a lot of issues right now. He has issues with his team selection and with kind of players he has. They were talking about him having clashes with recruitment, and as some of the players that they recruited from, he's not even playing them. Conor Gallagher doesn't even start anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's having his own internal issues that we are not privy to. But I mean, I think if Simone had this team that is playing for him, I think he'll be doing similarly well. I think so.
But Arteta imprinted his own DNA, so it's not necessarily about the players, right? It's about what Arteta has done. Look at people like Ben
But
White. Look at
they
people like
still,
Timber. Look at what.
I no, I
yeah,
get what you're saying.
Mm,
I
mm.
get what you're saying. But Simone, Arteta, to me, is a very good man motivator. Like he's a man manager. Simone is kind of similar to that. He builds into the culture of the players. I mean,
I don't think they are much
he
different
understands.
as coaches and
Yeah,
tacticians.
he understands the fans, and the same thing where Arteta did when he came into the club. He changed the culture. That's the same thing. What's his name? Simone kind of does.
Simone.
Yeah, Simone is one of the longest serving coaches in Spain. For somebody who has that kind of team, he has not won that many trophies. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think he's won La Liga twice in the 11
think
years that he's been,
the
he's been working
occasional
there.
beating of
Yeah,
Barcelona and
It's
but
Real
enough. You
Madrid.
beat the
but
big boys and
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
And his remit is different. His remit is that I will get you Champions League football every single year, and I will keep us kind of competitive. And the fans love this guy. Die. Now, if Simone managed in EPL, they would have fired him a while ago. No, seriously, they would have fired him a while.
They fired him after.
No, they would have fired him a while
15
ago.
games.
Every year you're coming third. So
Yeah.
I kind of
Femi.
disagree. I disagree with this argument that this team is Arteta's DNA. I don't think Arteta has a DNA. I think that's the problem. Is what you I think Casey, I think you're the one who said it. He went into some dark room someday and he thought up this plan and he wanted to do it. I don't think when Arteta was leaving Manchester City to
that's
come to
not the play.
Arsenal,
Yep.
he wasn't coming here to come and set up the team to play this way. I don't believe that for 1 second. He came in here, and like you guys said, you study the team, study the culture. What is it that I need to do in order to win, to get over the hump with all the constraints that I have here, and how can I do this thing? If you give him a different set of players or a different budget or a different team elsewhere, he would do something entirely different with him.
So
Now you can call that you can call that a good or a bad thing if you want, but I disagree with the whole notion of it being his DNA. It's just
I think I know
he's doing
whatever it takes to win.
He's being
what it
practical
takes.
with his approach,
Because
right?
initially he tried it in 2022-23. He tried a different
Exactly.
style, and
Right.
it didn't work. He kind of stopped. He realized that he ran out of gas.
He has gone out there and found the players that he wants to play the way he wants to play. How many players in this team right now?
The way he thinks he can win, not the way he wants to play. That's the difference.
Well,
so I guess the real truth in the pudding would be, what does he do after we win the league? Right? Do we see a shift in his approach?
After we win the league? I like that.
No, stay positive. Stay positive.
Which of them? Champions League or the Premier League?
Bro, I'll take anyone, because we haven't won in Europe in how many years?
Yeah, at this point,
I'll take anyone.
I'll take EPL over Champions League, because to me, EPL, you won the league after 38 games. You deserve that. You see, Champions League, that one is more of
it's prestige.
The best teams don't always win it, because a one-off, man, some referee calls some foul for you. It's a wrap. You give a penalty. That's how you go.
Right.
I can see that.
Because remember, the Invincibles did not win Champions League. And we were by far the best team in the league at that time. In Europe.
Yeah, you're right. So let's go over to Atletico. I know we're already kind of halfway in here.
Right.
Go ahead.
And as the perfect segue into that, it's the contrast of that Fulham game on Saturday and what happened on yesterday. That got me into believing and actually seeing what the plan is, right? Stay in the game, don't let them score, try to score as best as you possibly can, do what you can, stay solid defensively, look for the opening, however it comes, whether that's a set piece, whether that's an open play, whatever the case may be, you score, and then you look for more opportunities to score while staying solid defensively. And then once it opens up, and then the floodgates open up, and then you're able to actually run rampant. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. But the key to it is don't go behind. Don't let them score you, right? The same thing that worked. The same thing that worked over the weekend. So you could look at the Fulham game 1-0, and you could look at this game 4-0 and think they were two very different games, but they were not by any stretch. They actually played out very similar. The results were very different, and that's what got me thinking and said, it makes sense. This is the plan. He's not just trying to play haram ball or whatever the case may be. It's stay in the game, don't concede, and let it be such that only one goal can win it, and then you go from there.
I think the mistake, Simeon. Go ahead, Namdi.
No, I was gonna say, I also think that the competition kind of lends to how the results show up. Like, the way we play is very, very suited. It's very suited for continental championships, especially this Champions League, because teams, they don't see us every week, right? So these teams, and in Europe, you notice that the continental game is more open. Mm-hmm. Teams are less likely to come to your house and say, let's just sit down for 90 minutes. Especially, they're big teams too. Why would they want to do that? Their fans will be looking at them like, what's going on? But in the EPL, most of the time, we are going to meet teams that are going to sit back a lot more. Once you open up against this Arsenal team, you are done.
Yeah, you're done.
That's it.
Yeah. And just to kind of sum up your points, and I think the mistake that Simeon made was when he went for that more offensive substitution.
Right.
Because as soon as he did that, it was game over. It was game over. Yeah. And you could even see there was more impetus in the players in their movements. But
he did it because we got that one goal.
He did it because we got the one goal. Yeah. He fell into Arteta's trap.
Yeah. He was trying
after first half, you could say it was 50-50. They hit the bar.
Hit the bar. Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly my point when I said it played out similar to the Fulham game, because they were coming at us. Fulham, they weren't sitting back, and all that. So
yeah. So given all of this, let's just talk a little bit about some of the players. Timber was great. Whew, what is going on with Raya? Wait, hold on. Before I ask you guys that question again, there's something about Raya, right? I think that with most goalkeepers, the attention is on them, because you make a mistake, it can be very blatantly unforgiving. I could kind of see what he was trying to do there. He was going to let the ball go out, but he noticed that the ball was kind of slowing down and the potential wouldn't have gone out, and he kind of miscued it.
That's not what happened, Casey.
I think that he was. That's what I think.
He could clear the ball, and he decided not to. He was trying to cut the player.
But guess what? That's why we love Raya, right? Because he takes those chances and he passes the ball.
That's not why we love him. That's not why we love him.
Because he's a very good passer and he can break through the lines.
He's a good passer, and the guy is not busy. Will you blame the guy for trying to?
I don't like those chances that he takes.
He did not have to take that chance.
Yeah, like he could have cleared that ball easily. He had control of the ball. The guy was there. Just clear the ball, live to fight another day. But he was trying to cut the guy, and then he wins the ball
to have fun. How many? He has gone 9 games with no goal. I mean, come on, guys. The guy wants to have small fun.
So now it's about entertainment.
No, but we just established less than 5 minutes ago. The reason why there are no goals is because he's not facing any shots. Yep. What do you mean?
Yeah, he wants to have some. He wants to have some fun. He wants to participate in the game.
It's not about him at all that they're not scoring. It's about the team defense. Yeah. He doesn't face any shots. Everybody's blocking for him.
You remember also not too long after that there was a ball that I can't remember exactly the pattern of play, but I think we lost the ball in their half. And they had lobbed the ball over to the halfway line. He ran up and he cleared that ball. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember that's not the problem. He's usually high up in his starting position. So those kind of balls are very easy for him to get.
True. And when that happened to me, I'm like, that's kind of what you get. You're going to have that sometimes where those kind of things, those mistakes he makes can happen. But he's also a lot of times there to save us. So
Those are
is the
two
way I read it.
different. Those are two different things.
Let me learn. Let me learn. Right,
Like,
they're two different things. But when that happened to me, the first thing that came to my mind was, I give him a pass for what he did, for the mistake he made before, because he has saved us more oftentimes than he has not, in terms of either his pattern of play, his through the line passing, or just being there on his shots.
By doing his job.
I also think that
He's doing it well, but he's doing his job.
I
Is
also
Joe
think
Perez doing his job?
The mistakes he makes are completely unnecessary.
Yes, you can't use a goalkeeper and a striker. Come on, man.
I'm just finding his
I
trouble.
also
I'm
think
finding his
that
trouble.
that pattern of play is not just on him. I know he's the one who started it, but Saliba and Gabriel switched off because
They were just standing there,
There was
like
nobody
they were
there.
selling beans. I'm like, and that ball could have changed the game. That goal could have changed the game, because who knows what would have happened after that.
Now they would
Yeah.
have gone ultra defense now, or tried to play on the counter more. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what would have happened.
That's another reason why I say Simone and Arteta are not different. They're very similar coaches.
So just talking about the game and the approach from the jump, right? I think we came out to play. I know it's a home game for us. The boys were on fire. Eze started off very brightly.
I think he was the
ball
poorest player, though. To be honest,
he ended the poorest
Yes.
player, yeah. But he
Mhm.
started off well, because that goal that shot that he missed, that was deflected, almost rolled in. Rice followed up with the volley, and that went over. And you could tell that things are happening. Eze again, remember that pass to Saka, not too long after that. So there is some flashes there, but again, it kind of begs to the question of, do we see him? Is he going to survive that position? Do you think that Arteta will keep trying to shoehorn him in there? It's just a matter of time before he finally gets that position sorted, or you think that
Until
really
Odegaard
need
comes back, I think that
Odegaard back?
position is his.
if Odegaard is fit, Odegaard starts over Eze in that position. That's what is going to happen.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think we're getting what we paid for in Eze.
Oh yeah, we are.
Sure.
So, yeah, I get he looks
Doesn't look comfortable.
disinterested.
Yeah.
In
Like
that position,
he doesn't look as effective. Yeah.
as effective. I get that, right? But I still think we're getting what we paid for, and he's still, like, with people like Eze, you don't need him running helter skelter at 90 minutes. Let him do what he does. Sit in the pocket, let the ball come to him. 1 or 2 moments of brilliance, you unlock the game. Your defense is the key. Keep that solid. Let him unlock let him unlock defense with 1 or 2 passes here, or go seal key 1 or 2 times, and it's fine. I don't expect that much out of him, right?
Yeah.
And he's a very different player from Odegaard in that respect, right? Odegaard does need to do what he does in terms of movement, because he has to move. Like, Eze can control the game from one position. Odegaard needs his movement in order to control the game from that midfield. It's 2 different players, and I think we're getting what we paid for. So I get what it looks like. I understand what it looks like, but I'm okay with it, to be honest with you.
As long as we're winning.
It's not a problem as long as we're winning.
And we are winning. And speaking of players, my boy MLS.
Oh
no, that
Look,
warms my heart. Warms my heart.
let me tell you
Why
one
you guys
thing.
surprised that he started?
I was very surprised that
I wasn't
he started.
surprised.
I
I wasn't surprised.
I
Yeah.
was extremely surprised that he started, just because of what has been happening. Again, like we said, Calafiori has played, and he proved that, he's effective in the position and he can win the shirt. But MLS showed me yesterday why 1,000% I will take him over Calafiori any day. Any day.
Actually, that's not what he showed me.
He stays in that solid defensive position, cuts into midfield. You know exactly what he gives you in terms of the structure of the team, versus Calafiori, who you're going to see him playing 9 or 10 or
score
11.
Goals. Look at the Fulham goal that was disallowed. That was offside.
He was offside because he doesn't know his position. That's why you get offside when you don't know your position.
So what about Martinelli? That also was offside yesterday.
That's also by design. That is it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. There are 2 different things. One of them is chaos factor. Right.
Unless it benefits the team. and that's what I think it's by design.
I think I said this yesterday.
But
MLS is not
that's
going
what
to
I'm
be a
saying.
defender for long.
It looks so much prettier when MLS is playing. Can we admit that? It looks
No,
it's
it
a
does.
beautiful thing.
It does, but let me also,
It looks a whole lot better. I know it's a lot more enjoyable. Your heart is not in your chest. There's control there.
I mean,
I-
to an
In
I
defense,
don't
my heart is in my chest with MLS.
when Calafiori is playing, I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem
with
either.
defensively.
You know what, though?
it doesn't
Femi,
look good. It does not look good.
You know what, though?
That they could have called a penalty yesterday.
Well, true, but he had some
But
very
that's
shaky
MLS.
moments. And defensively, he had a few. You got to admit, he had some shaky moments.
The goal, the Martinelli goal.
Mhm.
Everyone wants to talk about how he ran past a couple of players or whatever. What made that is the thing that we like to criticize him the most for, that he will lose the ball on it. The guardian of the
He's
ball with his
shielding now,
body, you turn, you shield the ball, turn the guy. He beats one guy or two guys with just that move, and then it's just beat one more person.
He dropped the shoulder twice and then moved. Yeah,
and then one more move, you're beating everyone else. Like I don't know, man. Like
let's just say both of them bring different to that.
Yeah. Both of them bring different things. So I agree with you guys. Both of them bring different things. Me personally, speaking for myself, prefer 1,000,000,001 times what MLS brings to that position.
So Femi, if today we're playing the final, if today we're playing final of Champions League, you are starting MLS.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
That's interesting.
It's debatable for me. Either one would be fine with me, but I would lean towards Calafiori.
I just have two things to say. In defense, I think I take Calafiori just because of that. MLS is one wrong move away from a penalty every single time. Second thing is
that's a fixable that's a fixable problem.
It is, but if you remember, Saka started for us at left back.
Man, look at where he's playing
yesterday. Around that goal, I said this guy is not going to be a defender for long. I don't think he's going to stay in that defense for long.
To be fair, he was never supposed to be a defender.
He wasn't.
He was playing as a midfielder, right?
Into the team, kind of like how Saka did it.
Yeah.
And he left back was available because of the injuries, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he stays defender for long.
So he plays where as an 8 now.
Yeah.
Or is
I think he becomes a Rice understudy.
That's that. Oof. You know,
Exactly.
Merino right now. That would be hard for him to get into the
He's
team.
a different kind of player, I think.
Yeah.
It might actually be
I
better
think maybe
as
the
an
different
8,
system.
better than Rice as an 8. Because I don't think Rice carries the ball the way he does.
No.
But Rice sniffs the ball. Rice brings something else from a defensive perspective than
Rice carries that ball.
Yeah.
Very deceptively, he carries it.
No, but Rice doesn't dribble.
He doesn't dribble, but he carries that ball. You don't realize how
Rice
or how crafty he is until you see him doing it.
The
you
accuracy.
Just realize it.
I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's been a lot of switching from Rice to Saka on the line. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of that happen, and there's a lot of pinpoint accuracy on those Rice switches. But going back to Femi's point, right? I don't think our eyes are fooling us in the sense that what Femi sees, I think we all see it. That he brings MLS brings something to the table, and maybe
that Calafiori doesn't.
That Calafiori doesn't, and I don't think that MLS was dropped because he did something wrong. No. I think he was just dropped because Calafiori brought something more that Arteta wanted for once. Yeah, and also offensively, that whole chaos factor.
Offensively too.
Yeah, that chaos factor.
And seniority too.
That too.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he kind of got fast tracked into the team and he held his ground last year, right? So there's still that seniority thing there. And I think he'll end up being horses for courses because I wasn't surprised when he started this game because I feel like he hasn't really played much. And again, he hasn't done wrong not to play much. So Arteta is like, it's Champions League. It's that funky group stage, whatever. It doesn't really hurt us so let me give this guy a run. That's what I feel he did. But it was
I think in the big games, Calafiori plays.
Calafiori will start.
Arteta, yes. Calafiori plays.
If you notice, Calafiori was warming up to come in. right
yeah,
before
but
Miles did that.
wait. I'm confused. Atletico in the Champions League is not a big game.
It's a big game
No,
for sure.
it's a big game. But no,
So
what I
what are
mean
we
is that
talking
No,
about?
but you have to
the
caveat it by
repercussions,
the
the
repercussions
repercussions of
are
losing
slimmer.
Atletico versus
The-
losing this weekend
Yeah.
to
If we are
Crystal
playing Man
Palace.
City next weekend, Calafiori is starting.
Mhm. This weekend playing against Crystal Palace, I think Calafiori is
Calafiori is
starting.
starting. Yep.
Yeah. No. I think this was just switching things up a little bit because
Femi,
Champions League.
You and I both know that MLS is not starting the next.
No. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I'm saying I
No,
think he
I'm
just
not-
wanted to.
Not just this
is
weekend,
this
though.
was
The following weekend is not starting.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
This was just kind of squad rotation.
Okay.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
if I'm Arteta and I'm no Arteta, but if I'm Arteta, I'm looking at that performance, and if my plan is Calafiori when for the most part, and then rotate once in a while to rest him and bring this little boy,
Yeah.
this guy in, my plans are changing a little bit because he brings something special. He does, man. Like
he does, without a doubt.
That is not something you're keeping on the bench for 20% of the time. I'm sorry. We need to see that more.
Yeah.
I need to see that more.
Okay, you might have to go to London to sit down.
No, I think even Arteta sees that. It's just, that's just his preferred left back is just Calafiori, and he's going to use MLS as needed.
Then where does this Hincapi guy now
I think
come into play? 'Cause that will go
he
hard.
comes in for his debut on against Crystal Palace.
Nah, they're not
He will
starting.
start, not starting, but I think he will play.
If
against
we are
Crystal Palace.
leading 2-0, he's going to start. He's going to come in because Hincapi is not going to start. Crystal Palace is
No, he's
going
not
to
gonna
be.
start.
It's going to be a tough game. I
No, it
expect
is.
it to be a tough game, but
Mhm.
anyway, we'll talk about predictions later.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But sorry. Just one more thing about the lineup. Think about this. Calafiori did not play in the game. Trossard did not play in this game, and Madueke is still out
Madueke is
injured
Mhm.
to be coming, and we made Arteta made his full complement of substitutions. What was it? 6? How many players came in? I think 6 total.
5 now.
5.
Sorry,
Unless
made
you don't
5
change the rule.
Yeah, he made 5 substitutions, all of which made sense. Well, Merino, sure, whatever.
Gyökeres did it, yes.
The point I'm making is he made 5 substitutions. All the substitutions made sense. Calafiori did not touch ball in this game. Trossard did not touch ball in this game, and Madueke is injured. If Madueke comes back and this team stays fit, I believe, man. I believe.
Dude, the problem he's gonna have is that there are gonna be every squad game. There are gonna be some people left at home. They won't even make the trip.
Yes,
That is gonna
and
be
that's
crazy.
a good thing.
We haven't even talked about Dalman. Forget about it. Dalman is probably writing GCSE right now.
Right. I can't.
So-
and when Madueke comes back, and then it's not starts Saka automatically. I mean, look at today. And
It kind of is.
No, it kind of is.
Even when Madueke comes back.
Madueke will be relegated to like second half or maybe starts the game, and he's gonna
Or
share
left
it.
wing.
Man,
Or
gonna
left
share it.
wing.
Yeah.
Look at Liverpool against Frankfurt today with Salah on the bench. You dreamed that's something that would be happening regularly. It happened also in last Champions League game against Galatasaray when they played. Was it Galatasaray or Fenerbahce? I don't remember who they played last time. He also started on the bench.
I mean,
so it's not automatic.
no, but
and
I think
it's about the competition. I think the competition is good. Is
Yeah.
my point.
no, it's definitely
No,
good. But I think
definitely good.
in Liverpool's case, they might just be resting the guy and taking him out of the firing line because he has not been performing. Salah hasn't not performed, so take him out of the firing line. I think they might be trying to prioritize retaining the Premier League. Well, we'll see. Because this,
How long before you think Solo gets fired?
no, they're going to fire him.
Nah,
Dude, the guy
no,
won
no,
the
no,
league.
He won the
Come on,
Premier League in
man.
his
He
first
won his
season.
first
Now
season.
chill.
This is not
There
Abramovich.
There is a lot of people that
No,
believe that.
Dude, this is not Forest.
Forest,
This is not
Abramovich,
Forest.
man.
This is not
No.
Nottingham Forest.
Or the old
He's going to
Chelsea.
stay.
Yeah, he has at least
Yeah.
5 years minimum.
Yeah. Well, I
Are
would
you
minimum
sure?
three.
Are you sure?
Let's give him 3 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
You win in your first go around in the league. He has 5 years minimum. I'm telling
Let's see
you.
what happens if they lose their next game.
That means if Arteta wins Champions League, they're manager for life, Nabi. Since they've given him
leave
6
whenever
years
he
without
wants to
winning.
leave.
Look. If you can't learn what's happening, look at what's happening in Man U. Look at what's happening in Chelsea. I'm not even talking about Nottingham Forest or West Ham or any of all that, whatever. I'm just talking about what has happened in Man U, where you're firing coaches for fun. These are world-class coaches who you're bringing in, and you're trying to get them to rebuild your team, and they're not being successful. If you find one, you got to keep him. Like you have
Yeah,
to, right?
that just like that Nuno. I don't see why they fired Nuno, man.
They
I
fired him
mean,
because is the owner's personality close to him, and the owner
Yeah, that was a
is
personality
a
thing.
very
so
erratic guy.
it's an ego thing, and he will suffer for it this season. Because Nuno got them into Europe
No, but
last year, right?
was it not Edu that he clashed with, not really the owner?
Yeah,
I
but
think
the
it was the
owner didn't
owner.
exactly fight for
Because
him.
they had didn't they have a row where they were arguing on the field? I think last game of the season
That's
last
last
year,
season.
him and the
Yes.
owner were arguing on the field
Yeah.
after the game. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you gotta put your ego down, man. I know you have all the money, but you might end up worse than you
The
anticipated.
guy fired Nuno to hire Sean Dyche. That tells me
I don't want to get
You mean
relegated.
Ange?
I mean, he fired Nuno to hire Ange.
to hire Ange, but then that's
Yeah.
something like so after
So
like
now he's yes, yeah.
he
Son
went
Dyche,
back
yeah.
to a
Sean Dyche
defensive
is the
coach.
I don't want to
Dyche.
get relegated coach.
Exactly. So he
Right.
obviously panicked. And was, how do you hire Ange? A whole is a 360 it's a 180 ton.
For a middling team, right?
Yeah.
Where Nuno brought in his own players to play defensive ball, and then you want to bring in Ange to do what exactly? Like you don't know what Ange is. Like Ange is a known quantity at this point.
Yes.
We know what Ange is. We know exactly how he wants to play.
So exactly. So you can't make the argument that it was for footballing reasons because it's obviously not footballing reasons. If you're going to hire Son Dyche has never been known to be an attacking coach.
Right.
Son Dyche is the one who started this
Contain.
He's a contained coach, but then I mean, I guess at the end of the day, we'll see how Son Dyche evolves. Maybe the reason why he plays the way he plays is because of
Now he's going to evolve.
budget constraints. Because all the teams he has taken care of, they've been held, but they're financially constrained. Every team is managed. So maybe this is one time he will actually tell you, okay, the true Sean Dyche will come out.
You can't
Finally,
teach an old
after
dog
all
new
his
tricks.
years of coaching, it will finally come out.
Yeah, I mean, because he's been coaching on a budget. Now he doesn't have the same issue. So, never know what happens. But I hope they don't get themselves before playing us.
Yeah. We always hope for that. So before we get out of here, big shout out to Big Gabby. I think he scored now 22 goals for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Can you
22.
defend
Isn't
that?
he like the top 10 scorers or something? There's some ridiculous
defenders
stats
in Europe. Yeah.
In Europe,
Yeah. So shout out to him. Shout out to
Saka to his transplant team.
Shout out to Big Gabby.
The same one from Rob Holding, have you?
The hairline,
Shout out to Big Gabby doing the thing on both ends of the pitch.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to Martinelli doing the big thing on both ends of the pitch.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shout out to Gyökeres.
Finally,
for
doing the hard work.
I told you my yarns were his motivation. I think he was reading my yarns that day. That guy's first touch is terrible.
It is. He has a lot of work to do in the summer.
But I think I told you guys this. But your eyes are still not lying to you. Yes, we know he doesn't have the best first touch. Yes, we know he's not going to give you silky finishes like Haaland does.
But the guy works.
But he's working hard.
He's
works. In the right positions. He'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So at least he's not Osimhen that needs 100 chances to finish. Did you watch that game today? Did you watch highlights today?
I didn't see the game.
I saw the highlights.
Oh my God.
But then we've all known that. Anybody who's not Nigerian thinks Osimhen is like this kind of killer clinical finisher. Dude, I've seen this guy miss sitters all the time. And I'm telling
Constantly.
people
all the time.
I've been telling people like this guy, he needs like you give him 10 chances, he'll probably score 4. So
More
he's,
like 3.
he's not as good as
I
you think
think
he
he
is.
scored
Like,
one, but okay.
yeah, like, he's not that clinical, but he's a workhorse.
Right.
He'll work.
Give you-
He'll work
work.
hard for you. And the ones that he does finish, they look good
Yeah,
when
look
he
good.
does, when he
Yeah.
finishes
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
And then people forget
People
all the ones
forget
that he
all
misses
the ones
as a
that I
result.
missed.
Any other shout outs? I feel like we didn't give a
Arteta now.
shout out to
Julian
Saka last
Timber.
year. Last season, sorry. I said last season. Last game, that was his 200th goal contribution in 100 games. Something like that.
Saka?
It was some Saka, yeah.
Well, you mean 100 and 200?
100 and 200. I said it that way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about are you talking about the pre-assist?
No. Ekwa, you consider corner a pre-assist.
I mean, that's what it is
Come
now. So
on,
how is
man.
that? How is that? How is
Yeah.
that goal
Give
contribution?
it to the
It's
guy.
not
an
Give
actual
it to the
contribution.
guy.
Gabby had to flick it now. Gabby had to flick it before it got to
Gabby got the assist.
Trossard. Exactly. So, like, what are we talking about goal contribution here? Like, we're talking pre-assist.
I've been outvoted, no problem. But shout out to Saka
All right, guys, prediction.
for holding the attack. Yep. So prediction, yep. For
Where are we playing? Home or away?
prediction and
Palace.
hot take. So far we are 0-0, all of us.
Are we home or away?
It's a good question. I want to say we're away, but let me
I
see.
think we're away, if I'm not mistaken. Any case, I'm saying 2-0.
I'm saying
For us.
2-1.
2-0. They're not going to score.
Crystal Palace
Hot take.
has a way of putting those goals in.
They're not
Hot
scoring.
take.
Yeah, Mateta is very awkward.
Yeah.
That guy scares me sometimes. It's home.
That is one striker that I wouldn't
It's at
mind
home.
having.
Yeah.
We're
If I
home.
had to-
Okay,
if I had to-
3-1.
It's home.
Okay, 3-1.
Yeah, if we're playing home, they're not going to score.
If we're playing home. But if we're
Yes.
playing, so it's home?
Home,
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 2-0.
2-0.
I
They're
I
not
say
gonna score.
3-1.
Hot take. Oh,
Gyökeres hat trick. Well, Gyökeres brace rather. So if it's 2-0, it's a brace, yeah.
Now they are seeing the lights.
No, that's why it's a hot take.
Watch him bash Gyökeres again on WhatsApp.
No, because
So
he's
your Yaz
going
go
to mess
motivate
up my parlay. That's why.
What is my hot take?
Mm-hmm. What's your prediction? 2-0-2?
2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
Okay.
Crystal Palace. It's one of those settle down, let the game come to you, and then we defend well, and then we win it. What is my hot take? I don't have a hot take for this game, and the reason why I don't have a hot take is I think things are gonna go exactly to plan. It feels like we finally hit form and we know what it is that we're trying to do, and it's just a matter of going out there and doing it.
You're not allowed to have no hot takes.
You gotta give us one.
Okay. Come back
Even if
to me.
it's
Alright,
referee to give us 2 yellows or whatever.
Nah, don't start. No negative hot takes.
A hot take is a hot take.
All positive, yeah. Oshoke.
My hot take, I think I said it earlier on. Hincapié for his debut. Not starting, but I think he plays.
3-1, Hincapié plays.
Yeah.
What is that, man? Has he made bench?
My hot take is MLS starts again.
Oh, okay.
I hope you're not a betting man.
I will take your money if you want me to take it.
It's
no
not good.
problem.
I can tell you that. I can bet you right now, $50 is not starting.
I think there's a pretty good chance he does.
The reason why Calafiori did not start means that he's starting.
Did you watch? You watched the whole game yesterday?
Yes, I did.
And you're not seeing that. I don't understand. You people are not seeing what I'm
No,
seeing.
seeing it and what
Seeing
Arteta
it.
is going to do are completely different things.
Exactly.
Those are completely different.
It's
Oh,
like
like-
it's like you telling me that Eze will start on the left against maybe Man City when I know that Martinelli is nailed on in this guy's head.
No, but he's changing, guys. Handbrakes
Oh,
off.
finally.
No. Hold on. We're handbrakes off now. Are we not?
Did he say
Not on
handbrakes
the-
off and
not
play
on the
Merino?
left side,
We're not
not on the
talking-
left side of defense.
Okay, it was okay. So he started Trossard against Fulham. No complaints. He started Martinelli against Atleti, no complaints. He starts MLS against Atleti, no complaints. The changes he's making make sense, and it's not to the team's attacking detriment. That's my point. So,
yeah, you're right.
So
that's because the
like
main thing is that midfield. You get the midfield mix right, and you can do whatever you like on that left hand side.
But we just talked about Eze, right?
Yeah.
Is he giving us exactly what we need defensively? Let's be honest.
My guy, we have no other option. It's either him or you play what's his name, Ethan, and he's not playing.
But you're
Ethan.
saying, but you're saying it's about the defensive mix.
The midfield mix
in midfield. It's about the midfield mix, and I'm saying the midfield mix right now is not perfect with Eze defensively.
No, I'm saying that it's solid because you're always gonna get Rice and
Zubi kind of
that's your base. Everything else you can put whatever you like in front of that, you'll be fine.
But we had Rice and Zubi against Liverpool and against City.
We
but
also
it was
had
something
Merino.
completely different.
We also had Merino. That was the
That's
issue.
my point. You guys, you're making my exact point, right? Is he wasn't satisfied with just Rice and Zubi for the midfield mix that he wanted.
No, but wasn't
in those 2 games.
Wasn't Odegaard injured?
Yes, he was.
Here's what I think it is.
Didn't we have Ethan?
Here's what I think it is.
Eze had just come into the team.
They're
too,
not
right?
going to play Ethan. I'm just telling you that they will not play Ethan.
No, but this is what I think it is. I think Merino gives a certain level of discomfort to the midfield. That's why Zubi made that tackle. Yes, that's why Zubi made that tackle that he made against Liverpool.
I agree with you 1,000%. I said that when we did the pod that day. I said everybody's talking about it was a worldie against Szoboszlai, except you forget how he got that free kick in the first place. It was about that midfield mix. So at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make is we're saying Eze doesn't look like super comfortable or like a slot in there, but he's doing it because it's a better balance for the team.
Definitely. I agree with you 1,000%. But what I'm telling you is that MLS is not starting next week.
Hot take.
Regardless of what you say.
And now my hot take. Argue with me next week on the pod whether my hot take enter or not.
No, that's an obvious it's not going to enter. So
all right. Let's wrap this up. Let's kind of bring it to end. Get the podcast out. My hot take is Eze is going to score from open play. I predict 3-0. So let's see how it goes.
How is that a hot take?
That Eze scores from open play because he hasn't scored yet from open play.
He wasn't going to score from a set piece anyway.
Right.
Well, I stand by my hot take. We can assess it next week. Yeah. But yeah. So I think we would end it here. Namdi, thank you for your time. Femi, thank you for always showing up. Oshoke, thanks for not being out of town for this one and being here with us. Ladies and gents, thank you for always listening to us. Again, this is the Gunpowder podcast. You can find us on iTunes, you can find us on Spotify, and you can find us on YouTube. Please please subscribe so that when we put out new episodes, you get a notification. And you can hit the notification bell as well so that you get that notification straight to you. Thanks for listening to us. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure talking to you all. And leave a comment for us as well. If you'd like to be on the show, let us know, and we'll make accommodations to get you on. Have a good night, guys, and till next time. Good night. Ciao.
Bye, guys.